Right, we're back again. We're going to look at questions 3, 4, and 5 all in one go because they're easy peasy and you guys are pretty smart. Let's look at the first one, number 3. Add a new text field, and right, this text field is going to be called ID. It's going to store the ID number. Let's bear that in the back of our minds. And it must appear after the photo field. Make sure the field width is set appropriately. Now, often one of the problems people have in tests and exams is that there's just a lot of information. No harm in using a highlighter, underline the key facts, point out so that you don't miss out on anything like we've done over here. So we know it's a text field, we know what it's called, we know what it's got to store, we know where it's got to appear, and then we've got to do something with the field width. So it must appear after the photo field. So I'm going to go back to my database and I need to be in design view. So I'm going to go back to my design view. It needs to be after the photo field. So I'm going to go here, just right click on the email over there, and I'm going to say insert rows. After the photo field, that's perfect, and it's going to be called ID. It needs to be text. Well, that's great. We can put in a description if you need to. At this stage, we don't need to. And they said the field size must be appropriate. Well, how many digits have we got in an ID number? Okay, no ways I'm going to recite my ID number because you won't believe it. And we count 1, 2, it's 9, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. They're 13. Okay, you can go and check, but they are 13. So we'll make that 13. And there we're in business over there. We've added the ID field without a problem. It's in the right place. It is of text and it's of the right type. Let's go back to the next question then. Swap the order of the gender and the medical aid fields. So it's gender and medical aid and they need to be swapped around. Okay, so in other words, medical aid must come after, gender must come first. But the way that you do it is you just click over here, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, but you'll see, there we go. See that sort of pointy rectangular shape that I got now? I can just drag the field up. Okay, gender. I'm going to drag it down again so you get the idea. You double click on it and you just drag it down. If it doesn't work, just try it again. It's not a problem. So we can drag it, and we can drag it anywhere we like. Okay, so I'm going to drag it back up there, and if at first you don't succeed, try again. Okay, well that wasn't too difficult. Let's have a look there. Make a suitable key the primary key for this table. Right, let's think about what a primary key is first of all. It's a field that has values that are unique for each record. Okay, and it can't be left blank. So those are the two things. Right, so what we're saying is it has to be something that's unique for each thing. So it can't be something like a surname because we could have two Smiths. That's not going to help us. But certainly the ID number, which we've just put in, would make a very valid one. But there's also the code as well. Now, which one would I choose, the ID or the code? Well, it wouldn't necessarily penalize you if you chose ID. But I would go for code because that's automatically added. And you might say, well, everybody's got an ID. Well, you may not have the person's ID when you enter it, when you're entering their particular record. So I would stick with code. I think you definitely know everyone's going to be unique. You could say the same thing about ID, but at this stage, I would say that's probably the more likely one to use because let's just say you're inputting somebody's record and you don't have their ID number available, you won't be able to enter the record if you make it the primary key. Because remember, it cannot be left blank. Is that all they are? Yeah, that's it. Okay. We're going to do question 6 next.